You understand why that's such a crazy situation? Why so many people end up self-medicating? Why we lose so many of our people to drugs? Because cognitive dissonance is a real thing. When you know the truth, but you're being told every day that what you know to be true is a lie. Your mind becomes a horrible place to be in, because then what's true? What is true? What's true? And if you can't trust what the truth is, then your reality is all scrambled. You might as well stay on drugs, because at least then it makes sense. Like, why don't I get how things are happening? Because I'm high. Why does nothing make sense to me? Because I'm high. Because when I'm sober and it doesn't make sense, then I feel like I'm crazy.
What do you think can be done, to deal with all of this, apart from alcohol? Because, I mean, it has worked, but it's not really working. What else can be done? Or do you think that, our minds are like that weak that we can't handle it? We can't handle the pressure? What do you think can be done?
I don't think it was ever a matter of not being able to handle the pressure. I think when we look at it, it's a type of pressure that's not made to be handled. Like, the point of the system is to break you. They don't want you to be critically thinking, free-spirited. They want you to basically be so concerned about the responsibilities that you have, be so programmed by all the social programming that you will do what they say, because that's what they want ultimately, right? Businesses want people that are going to do the job no matter what, right? Governments want people that are going to pay their taxes no matter what. If you look at all the institutions, like of our society, all of them have an unwavering expectation of every member of that institution. Like, if you go to church, you gotta tithe no matter what. Whether you're rich, broke, you better come to church and you better tithe. If you're in school, you better study and pass, regardless of whether you're being bullied at school, whether the teachers are teaching you nonsense. And I think that's the issue. Is now currently all of our institutions, right, are based on removing human beings from their human self. You know what I'm saying? Like all the institutions, the only way you can function or get ahead in the institution is if somehow you bend your humanness, your humanity. Like, as a woman, just want to finish this for instance. As a woman, right, if you want to work and be a mom, you have to make a choice. Like, in order for you to do the 50-hour, 60-hour week, it means you have to be a 5-hour, a 2-hour a day type of mom. Which means the ideal person for the system is someone who's completely dedicated to the work, has no life outside of work. If you call them up on Sunday now and you're like, yo, we need you at work, they can come. And for me, I feel like that's an issue already. All these institutions expect such things from us, right? So what needs to happen, to answer your question, sorry, you still wanted to add something, but I just wanted to make sure I answered your question before we moved on. To answer your question, what needs to happen is all of us need to remember our human selves firstly, right? And then we need to start insisting on a society based on that. So we can't have institutions that are traumatizing people. We can't have societies that are traumatizing people. Our response to somebody else's trauma shouldn't be like, why are you such a baby about it? We have to act like the individual human matters. You know what I mean? From the time when you're small, if you're crying, that should matter that you're crying, that you're feeling pain. It should matter to everyone around you. Shouldn't be just get over it. Why are you always crying? Such a crybaby. Because that's the family institution. And if the family's already expecting you to be less human in order to get ahead, what happens when you get to school? When you get to work? And it never stops. Did you wanted to say, or you were reading something?
No. I was just gonna say, what you're saying reminds me of, I was watching a video actually, not reading. I was watching a video about the writer Franz Kafka. And basically, like, he calls it the tyranny without a tyrant. How all of these social institutions and like societal institutions basically try to hammer you out out of your natural shape,
out of your you-ness,
and like push you, and sometimes push you through extreme like twists and unnecessary like twists and turns just to, you know, to achieve the simplest thing. And by the time you achieve that simplest thing, like it doesn't even it holds no value for you or what you were.
Only for the system.
Only for the system. Yeah.
It's like beating a child so that they study. Right? Like by the time you're done beating that child, because depending on the child's original personality, you've either created somebody who's hostile, who's always ready to fight back, or you've created someone who's completely afraid of the world because the pain hurts so much that they would never want to experience that again. And your whole goal was just to get them to read. So now, even if that child reads, what do you think he's going to do with that reading? Either he's going to be the criminal type where he's not going to care about reading, because now you've taught him more where you can violate it and it's okay. Like our society does this on a regular basis to children, right? So he's going to grow up like my level, feeling like, okay, if I want something, I'll show you with your last board. I get. Now they wanted me to read. They showed me with my last board. Or the alternative is, you get kids that will learn to read, but just to put it in your face. They're the ones who end up being dictated. He learns to read well enough so that he can do this on a grander scale to other kids. Because of how much he was hurt. So what I'm saying is, whatever we're doing as a society, whatever we're doing as individuals, we need to get to that point where, whatever we're doing makes us better humans. You can't, even in the Bible it says that, what does it benefit a man to gain the whole world at the price of his soul? You know? You can't become a so-called great adult at the cost of your inner child. If your inner child is crushed and completely dead, while you are this wonderful adult, you look like on paper you are a good adult, you have a stable job, nice house, all this shit, right? But on the inside you're dying where you're dead. What have we accomplished? What have we done? Which is why, like, I remember growing up, especially, now there's peer pressure. You're like, okay, but in high school I was smarter than this guy. So 5 years down the line after high school, I should have more than him. And then he has more. Now you're depressed, right? But that's the other thing, is you need to check the whole timeline. 5 years down the line, he looks like he's doing good because he's doing everything that the system expects of him and the system is rewarding him, right? Let's check again 10 years later. Let's check again 15 years later. Let's check again 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? How many people get married young only to have a midlife crisis and then cheat? When they were getting married, we were all envious in their early 20s, like, I wish it was me. Why am I not getting married? Why am I not finding love? And this is what people don't say. Some people are happy when they find out your ass is getting divorced. Or, I know that guy. Now look at you, which is petty. You know what I'm saying? But that's my point. Is we get so caught up in trying to keep up with society that we lose ourselves, and that's never cool. Because no matter, like, whatever you lose yourself into, even if it's success in the moment, right? Your inner child is gonna holler back. And when your inner child hollers back, if you're not in an environment where you can have a healthy conversation with your inner child, who knows how you might end up. How many stars have we lost? I ask again, how many stars have we lost? People who were brilliant, like brilliant. But when the inner child came to talk to them, they couldn't stand it. Took their own lives directly, like as in committing suicide, or indirectly through drugs or a reckless lifestyle.